Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So in today's video we are going to be testing out some new products. So before we dive into the video, your girl got her hair done. I got a sew-in. I haven't had a sew-in in years, and the hair I'm wearing, like, look at the shine and just the bounce, just so pretty. The hair I'm wearing is from Beauty Forever. This is the Indian Body Wave, and I got the lengths 12, 14, and 16 inches, so it's very natural. It the hair comes just right there above my boobs, just like very natural. Haven't gone this short with hair in a little bit. Normally I do like 18, 20 inch is what I'm comfortable with, but the 16 inch is real cute. Also, these earrings are from an Instagram boutique called Essentialzstudios, and I will also have that listed in the description bar as well. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get into the video.
Pull up in my hood, best dress. Next thing, upgrade, who's next? Rich boy, got him on deck. Good boy, tut, fresh eye, put my new man on a...
We got some new goodies. I have been dying for this eyeshadow palette. This is the Fallin For You palette from Sladefacescosmetics and Sladefaces on Instagram. She's a friend of my sister, and she is a makeup artist in California. Y'all should definitely go follow her. This palette is like the epitome of fall. These are the shades. And of course, I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them. It comes with 16 shades. So I'm gonna swatch the top row first. And just from touching it, they are super soft. Like, look, so pretty. And this is row 1. This is Crepe, which is like a glittery topper, rose quartz, honey, cream, which swatched a little patchy, but that's okay. Beach, it basically blends into my skin tone, so it's gonna be a good transition shade. We have rose gold, so you already know that's about to be my new favorite. Spice and russet. So these are gonna be so pretty, super pretty. And this is the second row. So we have cider, carnelian, slippery elm, yams, walnut, Burmese, cranberry, and red maple. So this is like a beautiful bronze shade, but they are stunning colors, especially this one. Oh my god, I'm excited. So it is Black owned. It is a small business. This is gonna be my first time like really diving into it, so I am excited. That's my first time actually swatching those shades, and I'm like tempted to do just like my favorite like rose gold look, but we will see. I might switch it up. So for brushes, I bought these BH brushes. They're Snow Buddy Like You, and they are white haired brushes, and it comes with this, which I always need a brush holder. They all come wrapped like this, and it looks like they are individually wrapped on the inside as well. And then this is the holder. It's just so sparkly, perfect for the holidays. I'm really not into gold, but you know, it's okay. These are what the brushes look like, so you get a good mix of face and eye. I prefer brushes like these for like bronzer and contour. I like this for like blush. I could do this like for bronzer or powder. It looks like this is a highlight brush. I don't really use like fan brushes, but this almost looks like that the Jaclyn Hill Cosmetics fan brush from her holiday highlighter collection. So that's cool, but I don't think I'd ever use it for that. You do get your basic like flat shader brush, a couple blending brushes, staples. You do get a small shader brush like to smudge liner or eyeshadow. You also get like this. It's a little dense, so I would assume you would use this for like concealer or like to blend out your brows. And then I would use this for highlighter. So that's how I would use these brushes. I'm gonna start off with this fat blending brush. I'm actually going to dip into Carnelian right here. And I am just going to tap that. Oh my God, that is pigmented. So I'm going to be taking this brush, which is like the second most dense brush. This one is super like flimsy and soft, so this is good for like blending out the edges. If I wanted to like warm it up and do the yellow, I would use this one, but I'm gonna build up that outer V, and I'm actually gonna go into Russet, and I am just going to place that here. Focusing it mostly on the outer V, and then bring it in and blend it up. I really want to make it look a little bit smokier, but I'm like, should I go into walnut? Should I go into walnut or cranberry? Like, this is the question. I'm gonna go for it, and I'm gonna go into cranberry with the same brush. Just a little bit, because it's super pigmented. Super pigmented, and I'm just gonna put that lower and just lightly tap. Just going back into Carnelian and just blending out those edges. Going back into Russet just to bring that color back so it doesn't get lost. And this is looking very like sunset eyes. And then I did lose some of that purple, so I'm gonna go back into cranberry and just tap it and blend. And these shades definitely layer nice, and I do still have control, so this is very like beginner friendly. The formula super soft. So I'm really happy with how this is looking. Normally I cut my crease, but I'm not going to. This is the hard part of picking the shimmer shade. Like, I could do bronze, I could do rose gold or rose quartz. I'm gonna start with Cider, which is that beautiful bronzy shade, and I am just going to apply that on. And that is still pigmented, and I didn't even like cut my crease. Now I will say this flat shader brush does not pick up a lot of product, so I don't know if I'm a fan of this brush per se, but it's getting the job done. Just to amp it up a little bit more, I'm gonna spray my brush with just some facial spray. And let's see if this, oh, that's pretty. It does go on a lot softer, more pigmented. That's pretty. You can definitely tell the difference. But that's good that it builds up more. And just to blend this area, because it looks a little harsh, I'm gonna go into Russet again and then just tap it on so there's a gradient effect. Just so it blends. So I am, oh my god, like I cannot believe this. Like, this looks so pretty. Foundation lately, I have been loving mixing these. This is the Face Born This Way matte foundation and the Nars soft matte foundation. So this is in the shade Macao, and this is Spiced Rum. Spiced Rum is like a little dark. Macao is just a little light, so I like to mix them. I also do have Chey, so I could use Chey on its own, but I just been loving the combination of these two. Just add them both on the back of my hand and then mix them together. Been like almost like color correcting on top of foundation, so this is like a peachier concealer. This is Sassafras from Kylie, and gonna go ahead and color correct around my mouth. While this is kind of sitting, I know I look extremely crazy, but while this is sitting, I'm going to cream contour, and I picked up another Tantour shade. So I got the Huda Beauty Tantour, and this is in medium. I did try the tan, and it is pretty dark, which I don't mind. I like a nice sculpt. But I wanted to try just a different shade to see if I would like a lighter shade better. That is what the medium looks like. I'm going to be taking this Instapot cheek brush from Real Techniques and just dabbing a little bit on and just starting and just tapping it. And it does look like this is going to be more of like a bronzing shade. And now I'm just going to tap that. And just to bring back more warmth, I'm going to be taking my Benefit concealer just right here. I'm gonna go a little, I'm gonna go down the bridge of my nose and on my chin, a little bit on the side just to like reverse contour. While it's setting, I'm going to prep my lashes. For today, I'm going to be taking these Naked Lashes. This is also Black owned. You can follow them on Instagram. And these are in the style Oxy. So they look super gorgeous. That is the information where you can order from or follow them on. But yeah, I forgot which collection this is, but these come, you can buy them in a set of 3, which I do. I love all 3 styles. So that's like my favorite lashes to wear lately. So yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and prep these. So now my lash glue is drying from my lashes. So I'm gonna go ahead and blend out my under eyes. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and pop those lashes on. Okay, so lashes are on. The lash glue is still drying, so if you see anything in my eyes, that's why. I picked up some cream blushes from e.l.f. Picked up 4 shades. I have Maldives, which is this like reddish brown. I have Caribbean. That's what Caribbean looks like, so it's more of a fuchsia pink. Also have Bali, which is also reddish brown. Bali, and this is Maldives, and Maldives is more red, and this is gonna be more brown. Then the last shade I picked up was Tahiti, which is this cute bubblegum pink shade. I think for this look, I'm gonna go and use Bali. I feel like that's gonna suit this look really well, but I'm gonna go ahead and swatch them. And this is what the blushes look like. So that's Tahiti, Caribbean, Bali, and Maldives. Tahiti, Caribbean, Bali, and Maldives. So out of all of them, Caribbean definitely swatched the most pigmented. So you wanna be very careful with this color. You can definitely build up Tahiti, but it's going to give you that nice flush of color. Same with Bali. It's super soft, but the darker shades are more deep. So just be aware of that and just use a light hand. So I'm just going to be taking a synthetic brush because I don't want a lot of blush. And I'm just going to dip in a little bit and smile. And just add a little flush of color. And this is, using a cream blush is just gonna help your blush stay on longer and not fade. And it did give like a nice natural flush of color without overdoing it. I'm gonna go back and blend that concealer because we're gonna set it with powder. For powder, I'm going to be using the One Size powder. I got the Big Daddy because Patrick Star knows his powder, so I had a feeling that I would just love this powder. So this is in the shade Translucent. It does come in like a darker shade. I could have used both, but I like a brighter under eye. I also got his puff, but I don't normally use a puff and I really don't know how to use it. So I'm going to use my sponge like always, and I have it sitting in here just because I like to dump it out and then just reuse it and put it in the top. You could just add it back into the thing for it, into the sifter, but I'm just going to use it like that. So I'm going to be taking about this much and I'm going to tap off the excess. And I am just going to place it underneath the eye. And just take the excess off my hand here and just use that to set the whole face. And I like to press the powder into my brows because I am oily. My brows tend to get shiny as well. But I'm just going to let that bake underneath my eyes. And I'm gonna try this little contour brush. For bronzer, I'm gonna be taking this Makeup Revolution Tammi palette. This is the Paradise Glow. She did make a darker one for deeper skin tones, and I have that as well. So this is what the shades look like. That is mostly like to contour, just to give more definition to sculpt. So that's why it's like that gray color, but I'm gonna be dipping into this one. It's called Bronze Goddess, and she specifically made it to bronze up the skin. Because the other one is called Contoured Cutie, and that one is gonna create like shadow. So yeah, I'm just going to tap that just to bring back warmth to my skin. And you can still see that blush peeking through. I'm gonna take my Brittany Bare contour brush and go into Bronze Goddess a little bit and use that to and contour my nose. Now I'm just gonna take that translucent powder and just bake the center of my nose and define those cheeks. For blush, I'm going to be taking this Cover FX blush in Warm Honey. And that is what Warm Honey looks like. I'm going to be taking this pointer brush from that set and just dipping into it and smiling. And this paired really well with that cream blush. Because of how pigmented the eyes are, I don't want to leave this just like bare. So we're gonna dip back into the Falling For You palette, and I'm gonna go in with Carnelian and just sweep that underneath. And then I'm gonna take that smudger brush and I'm gonna go into Russet. And I wanna put that pretty close to the lash line. If you have drier skin, you don't have to let the powder sit on as long as I do. I am extremely oily, so that's why I let my powder sit on a little longer. But I'm gonna go ahead and take this big old powder brush and dust off all that powder. And now it's time to highlight. I'm gonna start off with this Artist Couture Diamond Luxe Luminizer. This is in Honey Drip. I'm gonna use this to start out first. Of course, I saw Makeup Shayla use this, and you know, I love the aesthetic of Artist Couture, so I had to pick it up. And this is what Honey Drip looks like. And that is kind of the color. And that is what Honey Drip looks like. So it is just that bronzy copper. I usually don't go for shades like this because it's just very natural, but as you can see, it's very blinding. And then I also picked up another one. I got it on sale, and this one is in Hot Damn. And that is what Hot Damn looks like. So it's very like that champagne gold, and I love, love, love highlighters like this. But lately I've been like layering my highlighters. And that is that one. And that is what Hot Damn looks like compared to Honey Drip. So Honey Drip is definitely more warmer, but this one is very wearable, good for all skin tones, I believe. I'm gonna start with Honey Drip. Just add that on the cheek, just here, just glaze that a little bit. And add that to the nose and brow bone. I'm looking just a little powdery, so I'm just going to spray my face with some like rose water. Well, I'm gonna use the facial spray with aloe and green tea from Mario Badescu, and this is just gonna help melt everything so it looks more skin-like. Fan that down. And I'm just gonna take the bottom of my sponge and press everything in. Look at that glow, just hello. We're gonna blind you just a little bit more. So we're gonna add a little bit, not much, of Hot Damn and just pop it onto the center, just like that. Gonna go back over that with my sponge just to melt it in, because you don't want it to be like a strip of highlight on your face. So yeah, I think for this look I'm gonna do a glossy lip, which I rarely do, but I'm gonna line my lip with a brown liner, and this is Morphe Bar. And then for lip color, I'm going to add this butter gloss, and this is in Bit of Honey. And that is what Bit of Honey is swatching like. So it's like a peachy brownie. It's just a really pretty color. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop that on. So I fixed the hair, and I forgot one important step. I forgot to actually set the face. You know, I've been hearing a lot of great reviews about this setting spray, so I had to pick it up. And you know, it was expensive, as all setting sprays are, but I picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrushed Flawless, and as you can see, I have been trying it out. And this stuff really does work. It locks my makeup. It just helps my skin look even more airbrushed and face tuned. Like, my skin already looks very smooth already. yeah, so, and the mist on this is so fine, so. All right, so let's do a recap. So the eyes, I am in love with this shadow. I'm so happy I picked up this eyeshadow palette, the Fallin For You palette. I mean, this is perfect for fall, holiday season, all year round, just whatever you're into. So that's real gorgeous. I'm glad I picked this up. The cream bronzer was also pretty new to me. It's okay. It's good for like those more natural days that I want to do, but most of the time when I really want to, you know, sculpt, I'll probably be picking up the tan shade. But you know, just be very careful. But this is perfect for every day. The foundation looks bomb. You know, you don't have to mix foundations if you don't want to. I do it for the formula. I like, just in a sense, like creating my own formula that's more for me. I don't really do it for the color. I do love it. That Kylie concealer is definitely more hydrating, so wearing the Kylie concealer with the Benefit concealer played very well, and my under eyes look very smooth. The Patrick Star powder didn't let me down. It's not as brightening as I thought it was gonna be. I would say that this is very similar to like a Laura Mercier, but just a little bit more smoothing. It does give you like more coverage, so I do like that. This, however, does not hold up oil. I'm very oily, and you will have to like use a little bit more powder. I don't really like to use a lot of powder because I just don't like to look cakey, so I just use like a thin layer. But if you're really oily and you need an oil controlling powder, the flower powder from Beauty Bakery is a great mattifying powder. This is really good at blurring and smoothing your skin. I can use this all over my face and I do love it. Love it. The cream blush I do enjoy. I never thought that I would be like a blush girl, but I have been getting into it, and I just like how it makes you look more lively and just like more put together. NYX butter glosses aren't new to me, but this shade is, and perfect. I would highly recommend for anyone to try it out. And come on, it's NYX. It's only like $6. So lashes I've worn plenty of times before, but I think this is like my first time wearing them on camera. But this is Oxy, and it's very like a sexy, flirty, but yeah, they do the Naked Lashes. They do have a more natural line. If these are too bold for you, they do have like more natural lashes, but you know, this is like everyday wear for me. The setting spray, Charlotte Tilbury, 1000. I love it. The warm honey definitely paired very nicely with the Bali cream blush, so I really do like that. Brushes are soft and they definitely got the job done. I'm not really picky about brushes, but I don't play when it comes to my shimmer shades. So that flat shader brush, you know, I wasn't really a fan of that. But other than that, that completes this video. And tell me what you guys think about these products. Have you tried them out? Are you gonna pick up anything? Let me know down below what your favorite product was that I tried out. I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.